So, Red, feel free to let us know what happened last time.
Tragedy happened is what it was last time. As Rianne, after her nice time with Peter, and we all went home and sat down and have a conversation about, well, Naira giving the bad news about the growing tubes of Adam and Eve, Project Adam and Eve. And apparently they've grown and are worried. Decide to reevaluate that, she also agrees with Our Lady, saying, of course, that if Naira feels that these are becoming more dangerous and that they're not worth the trouble, that more likely it'd be best to terminate it. Don't even tell anyone, just terminate it, which I think everyone can agree with as well. Lady Freya's words, as we decide to go continue forward for the next few days as we were preparing for the grand wedding between our wonderful, wonderful Astrid and, House Draco, as she was marrying for love, marrying a very popular, not popular, powerful individual from House Draco, Flavus Draco, and we were preparing for that as we made our way to the city of Castra, their city, having to leave behind our newest addition. Of course, Mr. Gary had more important things to worry about with accounting wise, but we did have our regular group as we made our way there, preparing to look uh, becoming enough so we wouldn't embarrass Astrid or the fact this alliance is going on between those two. As we made our way there and setting ourselves up, getting ourselves prepared as we were the family of the bride and everything like that. Lady Freya and Enrico went around of Enrico's old haunts, especially since, as the looks that he would get and the side eye he would get apparently reminded us that actually left here in a bit of disgrace. That the only reason he's still able to move around as freely as he is because of Lord Damocles helping him out of a very bad situation that he had found himself in earlier in the story, of course. But we also had Rianne and Naira going off to enjoy themselves, get some drinks. Though Rianne is still trying to find that alcohol that Peter seems to enjoy drinking as one of her goals, though still hasn't had a chance to really stumble across it just yet. As we made our way, like relaxing, enjoying ourselves, hopefully having a chance to meet Astrid before her big day and have a conversation with someone we haven't seen in a while that we care about. As we were preparing for some dinner, hopefully with her to have a conversation. And we waited a few hours and a few hours more as the guards told us things have gotten a little bit busy. We're just dealing with some other things before telling us that we're on lockdown now. No one's allowed to leave the rooms unless something has happened. Rianne, of course, was very concerned and convinced them, like, hey, we have a Sook doctor here. She is very well trained. Maybe she can be of help, especially if there's been an attack. With some back and forth, they decided to allow us to acquiesce that as Rianne and Lady Naira went off, and Freya and Enrico stayed behind. Though we did not wish to tell Freya what exactly was going on, just in case we had got more news. And we made our way towards Astrid's room, as we would find out later, as it found out she was attacked, not just attacked, but she had fallen off a balcony. With Lady Naira's looking around in investigation, it was found out that she had gotten drunk and had more likely possibly fallen off the balcony. And with Flavor saying that he had only left her alone for an hour and things had seemed well, the door was locked, how no one else should have gotten in. Basically, entirely a tragedy that had befallen, as now the wedding had turned into a funeral with Lord Damocles and, of course, with Freya's assistants deciding to prepare that for her, as we all had to break the news to Lady Freya, who, of course, took it as well as she could have, and speaking with her father as well, as we had to deal with the fact that, we've lost a very important member of our family, essentially. And with the funeral going on, since all the guests were here, we said goodbye to Astrid as we had a bit of a conversation afterwards, talk around with the nobles who were giving their condolences, saying, the sorries and things like that. As well, Flavus, not Flavus, sorry, Flavus, Lord Draco Flavus was shell shocked. He was trying to keep up a good front, but he was dealing with the fact that his loved one, or the woman he was going to marry, has died the day of the wedding. We did give a bit of a note saying, hey, if you need to talk, but of course he had to deal with some other more important things, as we all noticed as well. The nobles seem to be showing their distance, being polite, of course, but we are now a bit of a pariah as in this situation with a small house with no power and no backing now. Deciding to leave after the condolences, we left early the next day, preparing to leave and hopefully go back home as we were more in our own time. But before we decided to leave, we had a conversation we had a bit of a visitor for a man who came a bit late. Alexei, as we would call him, a very nice man who seems to be honestly from the wrong time period. I'm going to say, as he introduced himself, he showed his how sorry he was. Very spewed some very poetic things as he was passionate about showing that he cared and that he really felt bad about the whole thing, and that even he himself wished that he could have helped, been there for a stranger, essentially. Something that Freya probably needed at the time as she was nodding along and having a moment to talk with this guy who seemed to at least show that he cared about the fact that her sister was killed. And then while that was going on, the advisors were giving each other looks of like, what the fuck, as Alexi's spout of heroism and rose-tinted glasses seemed to be just a little bit baffling, at least for Rianne. And I can't speak for others, but I know there was a bit of like raised eyebrows and shaking heads going on, basically. As we said goodbye, and Freya did acquiesce that she would like to talk to Lexi in the future, maybe be pen pals, that hard times, and she could really use a friend. As well, we
That's
were making
yeah,
our way out.
that's just a friend, of course, right?
Yeah,
No
yeah,
more,
just a
no,
friend,
yeah,
just
just
a
The,
friend.
just
the advisors will step in.
I will fight somebody. I will have Rianne fight someone.
We will. We,
he is the kind of man who would duel you for the hand of his beloved.
Then we did get a visit from House Nix, of course, who came in as the entire family. As Anicia gave her condolences and actually did a kind gesture by saying, allowing Damocles to return home with us to give time to adjust, as he just lost his daughter. After not just losing his wife, but now he only has one living child left and no one else. And so, with her permission and her condolences, we were able to have Damocles hopefully come back home for a while to get us back on our feet, essentially. We get back home to Mr. Goldman as we give him the news about Astrid and things like that, and he as well had to readjust some numbers as this might more likely affect our business job, our not business job, but our business aspirations. As this could look bad if we want nobles patrons to come to our lovely scenic area. We need to make sure our reputation doesn't look heinous enough that they might want to avoid our place, as he would tell Peter, who had Peter had snuck himself in to check in on Rianne, as well as give his condolences. And there was a bit of a conversation between her before he climbed out the window, and he went off to go speak with Goldman about what's going on. Peter did have his bit of, I guess, distaste for the nobles showing up as well, as they discuss like what's going to happen next, because this may affect their plans as well. Though Peter believes that there's a chance more likely that something worse will come in the news or something else will take their attention, and eventually this will be also put on the rug, as all things do in the place of the Imperium. And then, I think that's how it ended, with a frank conversation about the future business arrangements and what's going to happen next. The player, not the player, not the character.
I know. I will take any any allies I can.
Take any allies I can. I'm sorry, man. His riz is too good.
Is it?
he is a silly little guy.
He's just a little guy.
He is just a okay. He's a silly big guy. He has money.
He has money.
He's a silly big guy, and he's also a good climber.
He tries.
What? Oh, that's right.
He did, yeah. He does just climb onto the balcony.
What a weirdo.
Well,
Good
some
God,
people
man.
call that romantic, so
I'd call it romantic. I would. I do that to all my girlfriends.
Knock on their window in the middle of the night. Let me in.
Yes.
It's not terrifying. Not serial killer behavior at all.
He has one hand
Listen,
flowers, the other hand of dead pigeon.
some women like that.
And those women won't survive.
No, listen, the I can fix it. It's a real phenomenon. It could happen. It's fine.
The I can fix them
Yeah.
mindset.
Very familiar.
Maybe
There's a
people who
reason I
live
react
in
this
glass
way.
houses shouldn't.
No. I've learned. That's why.
Yeah. Anyone have any plans now that well, you've just returned from a rather tragic event, and maybe a day or so Damocles would also arrive at the residence. But if there's anything you want to do before that,
Um, I don't know would be coming to make a bit of a some type of Brienne would try to set up some type of memorial, some type of act to remember Astrid in, maybe a program or something like that for the school, because Astrid was very much into that and teaching at the
You
academy, if I
know
remember
what? You can
correctly.
give me a communicate role.
Yeah, I get you.
Difficulty 2. Set up a service like this.
Would it be considered a negotiation or diplomacy at all?
Not really.
Okay.
Can buy threat. No need.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's all right.
you put a memorial to honor her memory at the school, and yeah, it is. People show up and they pay their respects, and it's a nice little service as the town just kind of like attends for one night to mourn. And well, I assume you are all there, right? It's would you organize it at the university, right?
Yeah, I assume so. It was one of Astrid's one of the things she was proud of, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So as you like organize a memorial, and people are a decent amount of people showed up to pay their respects, maybe a bit more than you would have expected. I assume you're all kind of milling about, talking to people. Most people want to talk with you, Freya, of course. You're kind of the center of attention. As Rian, I assume you are in the vicinity, but not like next to them, right?
Yeah, basically watching, keeping an eye out for things.
Yeah. So as you kind of just um glance around and you realize Peter is suddenly next to you. It's a crowd of people right now. It's nighttime at this point. It's about like 9 p.m. There's like candles being lit, and there's like a troupe performing, singing some somber music. As
I think
wonderful service. I think she would have liked it.
Rian like glances over him, like nods, like I hope so at the very least. Probably would like a little bit more grandness to it, but I hope she enjoy it.
Well,
I'm surprised to see you here, Peter. After the escapades in the window, I assumed you would have went back off to work.
who says I'm not working? I always work.
That is true. What brings you out here, though, at the very least? Come to pay your respects?
I think I've done that already. But why not? Becomes a routine after this many times.
Ah, have you lost as well?
Could say that that's my familial situation was a bit more complicated.
You don't have to speak about it if you don't wish to.
I don't think it's that interesting. I can give you a sad story about a kid with no parents and a brother that used to beat the shit out of him, but that's nor here nor there.
I'm gonna roll an insight grunt if that's all right. Try to figure this
Filthy.
fucking guy out.
That sentence, Mac, is so accurate for the Dune universe. It's actually terrifying.
What sentence? Oh,
My mother was a glass tube, and my father was like,
okay. I'm gonna do a challenge because this is every fucking time I talk to this guy.
this is maybe he's being sincere, even if he tries to like play it off maybe as a joke.
This would probably be very forward of Rian to do for her. Fuck.
What the fuck, hate?
You know what? That's that's right. That's right. This would probably be very forward for Rianne at the very least. She would, if he allows it, of course, would lean her head against his shoulder for a second and get closer to him.
Yeah. I see like glances. Naira, you didn't actually say anything. So if you wanted to actually approach them,
You were like, there was like a tone in your voice where you're like, okay, there's
Fucking
something he wants
cock
to
blocks
happen.
this
So
You
Stephanie's
can't-
like, okay, I'll
Yeah.
wait for him to say his thing.
No cock block him, no balls. Ruined this moment.
It only worked for me.
you do glance back as you were trying to like locate Rian to talk to her, and you see that she is with Peter.
God, I want to go over there and interrupt so badly,
You
but I
could.
don't think Naira would.
Listen.
Naira's fucking polite.
Listen, listen. They can have enough time at another event. Fuck that guy.
And this wasn't even anything important, I want to say. It's not that
And
important.
that's makes
Stop
it so much
saying no
better.
balls.
No balls.
I just like the idea of
Correct.
Naira.
What do you want
Naira's-
from me? Correct.
She slightly thinks every time, like, fuck that guy.
It's true.
It's
that's-
more of like, oh, god damn it. I
we
was
do
gonna
have
talk to
the
her.
sticker
Oh, well.
here.
I don't have nitro. I cannot repost nitro, so I need to copy paste it. Like,
It's gonna cave to get nitro eventually too.
Have your little flirt session. Go for it. It's fine. Naira will not interrupt.
You sure? It's be pretty funny. I won't get mad.
I'll pay you $10. You need money. 20.
It's fine. Mac can't even find my public email
How
address.
high are you willing to pay, Mash?
Frank's gonna be broke after the session.
Like how Mac? Think of the pigeons, Mac.
How much is
Stop.
it worth to you?
Stop it.
25?
Can I hear
Yeah,
30?
I don't have that much in the bank account. Fuck.
Damn,
Stop
there's-
offering to pay me.
There's
Now
an
25 was the upper limit because I don't have more on the fucking.
there's an assassin with the last gun. Oh no, you're all dead. Shit. Well, I guess.
Fine, I'll stop ordering.
No, the assassin's a shield and a last pistol. He just shoots himself.
So they're
What
are you
that-
gonna interrupt or are you just gonna let them?
No, they can. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, and yeah, he'll just kind of like also lean his head against yours. Well, how about you? Any trauma you want to share?
Nah, sadly, out of most, my life is pretty boring. Taken young, grew up in schooling, and here I am.
Do you like riddles?
I won't lie and say I don't. I do enjoy solving them.
Hmm. Maybe we should come up with some riddles for you.
I don't know. This is grown-up Peter talking. Oh, wish you give me a challenge then?
Hmm. Very well. He kind of like glances in a direction and says, "Where do you take a sick boat?"
So where do you take a sick boat?
Yeah.
Grunt, would it be considered wrong of me to use Google as a bid to look this
No,
answer
feel
up?
free to use Google because I use it as well. It's fine. Not like I'm a genius. I will allow you to Google search. You have 2 minutes.
Okay, I think I got the answer. Do you want me to roll to see if my character?
No, you
Consider
can
not.
say it if you found it.
Okay, give me 1 second. Is where do you take a sick boat? To the dock?
Thor, yes, and he'll gesture towards Naira that's kind of like glancing at you every now and then. I think she wants to talk to you.
So bad. That shit's hilarious. Rian does like laugh quietly. It says, "God damn it." She didn't. Oh, sorry, she wouldn't curse. Like, and shakes her head a little bit, but it's like, very well. Thank you, Peter.
I don't want to keep you from your house duties, so we'll chat later.
She nods before, most like going up to Naira. Lady Naira, it looks like you were a bit lonely over here. Is everything all right?
Well done. I wouldn't say lonely. No, I was just going to, I don't know, compliment you on your organization of this event. I think it's a wonderful idea.
I appreciate that, though I wish I could do more. Maybe one day when we have time, we'll do a program or maybe make some building for her. That sounds not enough, but
Maybe
something to
the
remember her.
theater, the auditorium itself.
Yes. Maybe rename the theater after her, or maybe even make a new one, possibly.
I think that would be a good tribute.
Mm.
Though it feels weird to say.
Ashit was the one who didn't will prefer sadness, if nothing else. How is? She kind of glances at Freya, like, has Lady Freya spoken to you at all?
Not yet. No, I don't think I don't think anyone has really taken the time to speak to me like I offered, but I'm allowing everyone to, process in their own way.
I'm trying to give her time before. Well, sadly, the world doesn't stop for our grief.
Unfortunately, it does keep going.
We are in a precarious position now. We are now in the eye of the storm, with no backing and no protection. I think the Drago House is hard taking their soldiers, right, Grunt?
Pretty much. They've recalled them in like pretty much the moment you came back. They're like, "Yep."
Yeah, that's right. You talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is with Draco's support gone. We, at least for now, we have something to patch the hole, but we have to prepare ourselves for what that means, especially with our reputation less than gleaming with our further plans of tourism. At least for the patrons we wish for. Gossip can be a dangerous thing for us.
I agree. Though I don't really know what next steps we should take. I can spend time with the troops that we do have, make sure they're fit. Obviously, if you need anything from me, just let me know. But the politics is it's always a bit beyond my own comprehension.
It's basically a big giant riddle sometimes, but I think laying low and try not to catch the eye or air of anyone powerful is part of the best. I will look into any gossip, see if there's something we can do to smooth things over at the very least.
Yeah.
We have time.
I like riddles, but I've never been very good at them.
It's like unraveling a long, complicated cord sometimes.
And I will leave most of that unraveling to you. But if you do need support, let me know.
I'll do, at the very least. With Lord Damocles on his way, that should help us in that regard. He is not here, not our lord, so that would take some getting used to.
Yeah, I was just getting used to the house without him, and now it will be nice to have him around, though.
I think so, especially for Lady Freya.
I agree.
Is Goldman here at all, actually? We're gonna look around.
It's up to him, honestly.
Yeah.
You're here around? Okay. Rianne, what were you gonna say? Jill?
I don't think I was going to say anything, so you're good.
Oh, good. She would look around and it's probably Goldman way around in the crowd. It's like, if nothing else, we have at least the company's interests still hold true for us, as they still have Goldman here.
I think that's a big indicator that their support hasn't been withdrawn. Though, still have a lot of work to do on our end to make sure that it's worth it for both parties.
True. Right now, it's the building block for hopefully a better future. We have nothing in 100% right now. And I would hate to have our unstable ground be crumbled already as it is.
Can I ask a question, both of Grunt and then possibly in character of Rian? So we are on the border of this lake that has the luminous algae, right?
The entire like planet's like planetary ocean has this, but the lake does have a large quantity as well.
Okay. Would it be possible for would it be possible for Naira to do a little bit of like experimentation with that to like create something that could like, I don't know, change like the pH, like the color of it, or anything that could add to like
Yeah,
a tourist quality?
yeah, you can try and like play with its genetic makeup too, or like
Oh boy, genetics.
chemical composition of the water to see how we can maybe alter it. That's very doable.
Okay. Yeah, then Naira will bring up this idea that she's been toying with to Rian. Just to, you know, help out with the whole tourism thing. I know I'm here. My first priority is the family and our health, but I would be willing to do this little experiment to see if we can bring a little bit of something extra to Lumen.
I think there's like a look of like thought on Rian's face as she smiles. Like, that sounds like a very good idea, actually. Leonara, you confound me with your brilliance, of course. I think, if nothing else, since we've had a bit of a, I don't want to say like, she don't want us to say like some fucked up shit going on, but something like this would be a positive boon for us if we can find something of value, bringing a little light to Lumen.
Mm-hmm. I will see what I can do.
And of course, if you need any assistance from me, please let me know, and I will do my best to accommodate.
Of course. I'll be honest, I haven't really started planning this out in reality yet. Just a little idea I've been toying with.
Well, your time has now been, your calendar has now been cleared up a bit with certain things. Grunt, what do you mean? Your calendar has now been cleared up since certain things have been moved around, so I think that'd be a nice idea to have something reasonable going on, hopefully.
Right. And it'll probably take some time to find a safe way to do it because I don't want to mess with the ecosystem of the lake. But there
You also
should
have
be
that,
a way.
what was it, the containment thing, right?
I
you
do
also
still have the piece of equipment, yes.
have nothing else too. Like I said, I will help as best I can, of course.
I'll be sure to make a list of all of my demands and let you know.
Please do so. To keep it organized, get the Excel sheet.
I am familiar with how you prefer. I will make sure that everything is impeccably organized.
Rianne smiles. Yes. I'm debating if I should go over there and interrogate Mr. Goldman, or I should just give him some time.
You can see Peter is actually heading towards Mr. Goldman right now, so
It looks like the two business associates will come to have a conversation, actually.
It's not entirely surprising. They probably have a lot of strategizing to do right now.
More so than usual. I'll hold off my curiosity until I can talk to Mr. Goldman, see what the plans for the great company will be.
well, as you say that, they have a lot of strategizing to do. You kind of like cut to Goldman. You're kind of like attending this memorial as Peter just kind of like pats on their shoulder and says, "Gary, do you like riddles?"
Sometimes as a no, I'm not an expert at them. I'd like to dabble in them sometimes, you know.
Tell me, Gary, which fish costs the most?
Fuck. I say goldfish.
Yeah, goldfish. Do you think we have a goldfish in our pond? As he just glances around at the crowd of people. Do you think we just have just a regular old fish now?
Well, it depends. Right now it's pretty. Right now the pond's pretty muddy right now.
I would say it's filled with shit, but that's a more eloquent way of putting it.
Yes, it is quite tainted and toxic.
Any ideas on how to help them get out of the muck, or we did sink a lot of money here.
Yeah, the spaceport was right. Yeah, the spaceport will not pay itself back on its own. Well, there's always the tried and tested method of just praying something else will happen. That will attract the attention of the local nobility. Get some other gossip going.
Yes, but
It will not be fast, and it's also success not
gonna
guaranteed.
take. I was gonna say that's gonna take some time. Well, listen. Have any ideas? Feel free to pass them by me.
Yeah, I'm going through some options in my head right now to see how I can salvage the situation as quickly as possible.
Maybe you can do a murder mystery tour, like an attraction. Just walk in this building and figure out 5 different ways someone can get assassinated in this town. Do you choose suicide by balcony, stabbing in the closet, or somebody jumping in the lake?
We'll see we'll see what's possible to do here. But for now, for the next, as I say, at least a month, it'll be mostly strategy. But for a month, it'll be definitely for now.
The fiscal year
Staying
is
low.
getting close to end, and when the board will ask me, "Hey, how are things going?" I'll be like, "Damn, I had a goldfish, and now it's just a shitfish."
Actually, fuck which time of year is it? I forgot. Need to look at the calendar.
Let me. It's
Look at the
clearly
calendar.
towards the end. It's October. It's the end of October.
Yes. Oh yeah, true. The fiscal quarters are coming up.
And unfortunately, unlike real life, the fiscal year in Dune, I have decided. I hope this is not breaking any canon laws. Starts in January and ends in December. Because
I mean,
fuck you, that's why.
it will be pretty much a fiscal quarter anyway in real life too. Quarterly reports.
Yeah.
We could always bread and I forgot the adage.
The adages were fucked, Goldman. That's the adage.
Yes.
And can't keep skimming off the R&D budget forever.
No, we cannot. Maybe something. Maybe trying to do something. Maybe a festival, perhaps. Something to attract attention, maybe perhaps to it, or to detract. I don't know.
I have an idea.
Hmm.
It's a stupid idea, but it might just work.
What, create an incident that's even bigger ourselves to distract?
Listen, you know how magicians do their tricks, right? They bring a pretty lady, they put it next to them while that distracts you, and they do the little shenanigans while you just stare at the pretty lady. Do the same thing, but instead of a pretty lady, bring a pretty man. Make sure he's a loud pretty man. Grab all the attention.
Ah, I see. We get an even bigger clown, and a higher ranking clown. You all laugh about the clown.
I think not interested in the clownage. I'm interested in the show, the spectacle, something to get people's mind off of this rather unfortunate business. And he starts mumbling to himself and starts almost chuckling at whatever schemes he has cooking up in his head. Genius.
That's
Gary,
pretty much the only
I
thing.
need you to secure me budget for a tournament. I need a prize. I need the prize pool.
Very well. I will call some. I shall prepare the funds necessary. Also speak
Wonderful.
to Rianne. We'll get something going.
Don't tell her what. No, don't. No. Get the funds from Malankov. We'll pay them back with interest. Get the funds from. Don't tell Rianne anything. Let me talk to Rianne. Or at the very least, let me talk first. We'll just say this is a theater play. Theater play about knights in shining armor.
Very well then, Peter. Understood. I should call up. I should call up the accounting and ask them for some funds.
I will owe you one. Thanks. I'm just gonna actually give you a hug and starts walking very enthusiastically back towards Rianne.
God damn it. I assume Naira's still with me, right? So we're
Yes.
just talking to each other. And Peter
Mhm.
comes up essentially. Oh, Peter, how are you doing? Is everything all right?
Yes, I was hoping I might have a moment with you and Lady Freya if it's not too much to impose.
Oh, is it a meeting that you need to have have at the house then at the very least?
Yes, we could have it. We could have it even tomorrow if it's too late now. The idea struck me, and I thought it would be good to at least bring it up to you as a possibility.
Brian, I'm gonna look over at Freya. How is she doing actually? What is she doing right now?
She's talking to the guests, trying to lighten the mood.
Hmm.
She looks pretty relieved.
I bet after the event would be best, if that's all right, Peter.
Very well, then you let me know when you are available to speak. I shall bring forth this proposal.
Of course. Before I forget, Peter, are you staying within the city? Do you have a place for accommodations?
You weren't you housing him at your lodge?
We were, but he just showed up on my balcony the first day, and then it's like, I'm gonna go off to work and left. And then he showed up the next day, so I don't know where he's staying at.
It is true. You have no idea where he was staying at. It's like, well, I thought I still have my room at your place.
Of course. I will make sure the pillows are fluffed.
He'll just kind of give you a very polite smile. He's clearly lost in his own head.
I
Aaron's
assume,
just awkwardly standing there.
does he go off or he's still here?
Yeah,
at the
no,
very least?
he'll excuse himself.
Gotcha. Well, as you say, business always continues forward.
I guess
I
so.
think. I think like I said, Brienne won't bring this up until after the memorial, basically, since Freya seems to be somewhat relaxed right
Well,
now.
the event is getting to a close about an hour later as people start dispersing and you are on your way back towards your residence.
On the way there, I think Rianne would say something to Freya, unless she looks really like, I'm in a really happy mood right now. I didn't want to ruin it, basically, with business.
It's fine.
Lady Freya, I have
Yes.
news at the very least. It seems Peter wishes to have a discussion with us about well, I don't really know actually. He wishes to speak with us. I assume it's some type of business arrangement or some such thing.
Yes. Any time we wanted this to happen?
Today, if you're available, but if that's not if you prefer, we can also do it tomorrow.
I mean, I still have enough time today. Why not?
Very well. I will let him know as soon as we get home. Then, also, she glances at Naira. If it's all right with you, Lady Naira, would you tell Lady Freya your idea that you had?
Yes, I can. I was thinking of doing some experimenting on our bioluminescent algae, finding some way to make it unique to us by changing color, figuring out a way to affect its luminosity, something like that.
I mean, that would help our environment and maybe even get more people to visit. I mean, and it would probably look amazing.
Well, I'm hoping it will have little to no impact on our environment. But yes, getting people's attention is the goal for that one.
We definitely need some change, and I think that's a great way to start.
Quick question, Grunt. Is Enrico here with us, or is he
Yes.
doing his other task?
I wanted to dive, please.
No,
Look,
he's
I
there.
retired him.
I can roleplay him, it's fine. Just, yeah, he's there. Don't worry.
I think Rianne would ask Enrico if he would take a glance at the mercenaries we hired, essentially to be our new, not necessarily task force, but the people to replace our security. If he would keep an eye, go and check them out and see with his own eyes if they're worthy or not, essentially.
He nods and says, well, I have already looked at them. A couple of them came with recommendations, so... But I can double check to be sure.
Thank you. With things the way they are, I'd rather be safe. Caution, I think, is always worth the extra effort.
Of course.
I think after that, unless anything else is said, Rian would just make small talk with everyone.
Yeah, I think that's all I have right now.
So then the meeting would be tomorrow, right?
That's today.
Today.
Oh, tomorrow?
Today.
I'm sorry.
Today, yes.
Today?
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
You did say later, yeah.
You do send a message on Peter for him to meet with you at in your like office, in Freya's office rather. As Gary, no sooner as you get back to your own personal room, there's a knock at the door. Peter's like, well, apparently they want to have a meeting at 10:30. And what they say, no rest for the wicked.
No rest for the wicked, indeed.
As
They won.
yeah, by the you're all prepping for their arrival in the office, and eventually you do see Peter and Goldman enter and take a seat. As Peter kind of glances around, fine, looks at like one of the whiteboards, says, and this will do. Stands up, takes a marker, starts scribbling, and says, "So here's my genius idea, my lady. Festival.
A festival.
Yes, a festival. Something to distract people, make them, well, not forget, but take their mind off of it. Just let them relax, unwind. Also, bringing a little cash for yours truly. By that I mean you mostly. And, well, maybe, you can improve some of your, well, no offense, tattered reputation.
Yes, that's a big problem of ours right now.
Exactly. So I thought there's nothing more inoffensive than a festival, but yet it earns money. It can slightly improve people's disposition towards you. So, what do you say?
Any special theme this festival's
I
about?
was thinking very classic, very medieval. I was thinking, since, well, this is your kind of specialty, have to put on a theater show, a theater play. Sure, you can find something with princesses, knights, dragons, dastardly something. I'm sure you can think of something.
Fuck off.
I mean, yes, it sounds like something we would be able to do,
Exactly.
yes.
Then you can set up some stands. I have some merchandise, some souvenirs you can sell to people. Split the profits. You make money, I make money. My investors are happy. Your treasurer will be happy. And, well, I'll think of several other attractions. And I'll handle the marketing for you. I'll make sure that all the newspapers across the planet will showcase this to all the important nobles and wealthy merchants.
And how much of the earnings do you want?
Well, since Mr. Goldman Hill will help me secure the initial investment, I will take. I'll take roughly 60% of the profits, and well, you can take the rest. That should pay for the stands and the manpower necessary to ensure that these plays go smoothly off.
I mean, it still helps with our reputation.
It will. And it's a lot of money for something that you're already doing. I mean,
Freya's gonna look at Rianne.
Rian gives you a look as well. Well, he's not wrong. This is a big boon for our reputation at the very least. I was planning to have a festival once construction was done, but the timetable will probably be best to move up now.
Yes.
And Peter is being fair in the fact that he is doing most of the work.
Freya's gonna look at Peter. I assume there's no way to speed up the building process, right?
for what exactly?
Get ready everything that Melenkov building right now. To have everything ready.
For the shuttle platform? No.
Yes.
But you don't see. Medieval festival. You don't want to ferry people on shuttles. Now use the boats. We're gonna decorate the
The
boats.
fucking boats.
Imagine you don't come in on a shuttle. You float on a dragon, on a sea dragon. It's like from a fairy tale. Telling you, the kids will love it.
I definitely will. And how fast can you accomplish this? When are you planning?
Give me, I'll say, 2 weeks. Start of next month.
Can you give us a moment?
Of course, no. Feel free to think about it. Mr. Goldman, if you have anything to add about the finances.
No, The vines will be all in order. There's no need to worry about that.
Perfect. See, nothing
County
to
will
worry
provide.
about. He'll smile and nod. Okay, well, let's let the lady think about it. You would give us an answer as soon as you can tomorrow.
Yes, I'll get to you as soon as possible.
Have a wonderful night. He'll
Thank
bow
you.
and take his leave.
You as well.
Gary also bows and withdraws for the private discussion.
Say that again?
No, didn't Freya ask for a private discussion? So
Yeah.
Joel would also withdraw and bow. You know.
Yeah, let you three discuss amongst yourselves.
Well, what are your thoughts, my lady?
I mean, it sounds pretty good. I mean, we would not have to handle everything on ourselves. Still get a little bit of profit. It could help our reputation.
Yes, the truth of the matter is any price is really worth when it comes to cleaning up the reputation we have right now, as reputation is everything in our circles.
Yes.
And the fact of the matter is, the Molotov company is being far too generous with us in this regard. He could easily have taken more. And if the profits are good at the release, that means we do have a bit of income after so much strife that has befallen our house.
It's not a bad idea. And if we do want to be a tourist town, we're going to need attractions and festivals and celebrations. And if someone else is willing to shoulder the startup costs.
Yes. One of my vague ideas I had was festivals activities, especially for us. We don't have much in comparison to Yorth, but at the very least we can make it lively. So this is just a sooner rather than later situation for us. So my worry would be if we would have attendance, but if any more than 2 houses at the very least come by, then that still is a guarantee for us for something.
I mean, if Peter's able to market it right, I mean, it's possible.
Knowing the resources he has behind him, I don't doubt that he has the ability to do so at the very least. So it's worth that in that regard. And this gives us a chance to show off our talent with our theater, for that matter, as well. Advertisement as well as social aspects.
Yes. I think there's no bad side to the deal.
The thing is that there is no bad sign because in their investment of our investment of us, any bad reputation for us is bad for their business. And we can always rely on the fact that business is always important for this company, for Molotov Company.
That is true, yes.
Whatever, sadly, there's not to say what happened during the festival at the very least. We will do our best to mitigate it. Communication, I think, will be important. Probably making sure our new security is well prepared. And
Will our spies
relying on
be ready to be amongst the crowd by then?
I don't think so. Because we only have the one program right now, and Nicia hasn't sent out any more as of right now, right, Grunt?
No, I mean they can be. They just will probably stick out more than you would like.
Yeah. Right now, their ability of subtlety is not yet ingrown in them, so we would best not to deploy that too early. At least someone catches on too quickly. For now, we will play the part of a poor house trying to attain further reputation. Use it to our benefit.
Yes.
I have 2 weeks, which is the most very fast time.
It definitely is, and we have to make sure that our security is top. We cannot have another incident happening so soon.
Of course, my lady. I will ask Enrico to. Well, he's already checking in with him, but I will inform him as well, so he can prepare for that.
In the meantime, as you leave the meeting room, Gary, not even gonna make you roll for this. You're good with numbers, and you've seen sort of these events, festivities, not necessarily with this weird theme, but these don't tend to generate that much money
Yeah, they're for
unless.
attention only.
Yeah. So you're not really sure how Peter plans to make money on this, because he has just basically asked you to like try and borrow as much money as possible.
Yeah, I'll view this as Gary uses a long-term investment. Gary kind of assumes that Peter does have a silver tongue to maybe talk to the board.
That's the thing. You're the one that has to procure the money, so
Oh no, I'll be not talking to the board. I'll be talking to accounting. That's okay. I have a plan.
feel free to roll me something for that money. Could be understand. Could also be disciplined, whichever you prefer.
Yeah, probably say probably understand.
And this will just be like the more successes you get, the better things will be. So
Yeah, and understand power because this is not exactly a clean operation here. My statement applies. There's no price for playing fair. Yeah, I'll use everything I have here.
you can buy threat if you want.
Yeah, of course I'll buy a Fred. Yeah, this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll ask the group for consent. How much is the group willing to pay up? How grand shall this festival be?
Wait, hold on.
Oh, yeah.
I'm always asking for consent here.
Nope.
No,
Okay.
no, she got
Yeah. Said.
No momentum.
No.
Sorry.
And if there was money, I'll just stack it on top of the Fred. Because the more the merrier. The more dice, the merrier. So what's the consent?
Fine.
Yeah, this is not a. The question is how much, Fred. Yeah, I'll be willing to spend a bit more. Maybe for Fred. To get some extra dice
We
going.
could buy 2 dice.
Yeah, but I want some more.
Or it's not going to get you any more than
Yeah.
No,
2
the
extra
grunt
dice.
just said that. I think the more successes, the better. And I can.
Yeah.
Actually, wait. What's the third dice? Is it 5 or 4, Fred?
So it's 1 threat, 1 dice, 2 threat for a second, and then 3 more threat for. So at
it'd be
max,
6 in total.
at max you can get like 6 threat, and you get like 3 more extra dice.
Ah,
That's
okay.
the
Okay,
maximum.
never mind then. Okay, never mind. Yeah, let's not go 6, Fred. We are very fragile, house.
So just what, like 5? No, fuck, 3.
3, yes.
Math's difficult for me.
3 Fred 2 dice.
Yeah.
I would want to know balls for 6, but I don't think the council will agree for 6. Because I think we will use Fred later for something else.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
6.
I will. This is
Just
a risky
roll.
investment.
It's
This is
roll.
a risk. No, I'm asking for the council because I would like to go for 6 because the more the merrier.
No.
Okay.
Three.
I was going to say, I'll let you make the decision, but there's an immediate no.
All right, understood. That's why I ask. That's why I ask.
We haven't bought any threat. Not yet,
We just started,
anyway.
essentially.
I'm sorry, Sass. This is democracy here. Sadly, this is not.
This is our second roll.
This is not an autocracy. I'll use determination. But we have 5.
Yeah, you
Well,
start
what
with
the fuck
2 and you bought 3. Just roll, man.
Yes.
In total, I mean. I thought we already had before. Yeah. So 4 dice. Focus imply is it data analysis? Oh no, it would be persuasion. Never mind, it doesn't apply. I assume.
I mean, no.
Okay, understood. All right, let's see. Let's hope.
3 successes. That's decent.
Yes.
Uh,
Goddamn, would have hoped for more. Oh my god, what dog shit?
What do you mean?
What dog shit roll? Look at these rolls. 17 and 19. Jesus Christ.
I was gonna say you're like 1 away from a complication.
That is true. Okay, I did dodge the complication at least. That could have been
So
better.
yeah, yeah. Don't question Peter. Thank God. I love it when nobody questions.
Look, he's
You're
not
like
wrong.
hand feeding us stuff like, hey, you know, you don't have to roll. This is a little weird. And you're like, okay, moving on.
It's fine.
Look,
Don't
I
worry about it.
myself was like, this is a good idea. This will help our reputation, and he's not
That's when you can
wrong.
ask questions.
Yeah.
What
No,
questions can
listen,
I ask,
So-
listen.
Ira,
Gary,
please?
Gary trusts Peter's schemes because Peter's schemes always paid out
Okay,
in the long term.
Yeah. Listen,
Peter brings results. Peter gets results.
You know what
So-
my worst idea is? Because Rian has an idea like, oh, this would be a fun little festival. It's not gonna be a big deal. What else could go wrong at a festival, guys?
Listen, with 3 successes, I would say like the total money that he like got for this is like around the equivalent of 6 walls, by the way.
If only I had rolled better. God damn it. But it's not bad at all.
So in fact, I think it will be like next, said like 2 weeks, so it'll be 2 weekends. Let me just and so it will be just at the end, last weekend of October. So this is well, maybe you all kind of like have some ideas. You have to put in some plays, figure out what to kind of like theme them as, get some stalls, and the first maybe warnings. I don't know how to call this. Is Rian, you do have to approve a lot of these transports. He said he's gonna sell souvenirs.
Sell souvenirs?
You know what the toys and other like products he's planning on sell are? They're either swords, sword master or like sword fighting figurines, Gina's product, or like Gina's themed products. Kind of weird. You should kind of like look at the sheet. There's like other stuff, more like the what you would expect. But these things do kind of like sort of stand out to you immediately.
God damn it. Rian, this feels uneasy. She's gonna go bring this up with Peter, just to make sure she's not being weird about this.
Peter spends all his day in your bakery. That's where he does business now.
Damn it, Peter, what's going on here?
Has his little table reserved on like the outside terrace and just sipping coffee, just doing business, still filing paperwork. And as you approach him, he says, "Ah, I assume you got the shipment request. Is everything all right, my lady?"
Yes, Peter, I apologize for interrupting, but I just had some questions just to make sure I understand. There is a lot of souvenirs here, particularly a set of figurines. Is there a reason why we're selling the Guinness swordsman swords? Is this a character? That's
Yeah. I listen. I'll be honest. I got them at a discount from a producer that just tried something, didn't work out. I have them on stock for about a year, and I just figured why not just throw them here. It doesn't really gonna cost me anything.
I'm going to roll to see what the fuck's going on.
Yeah,
if
feel
that's all
free.
right.
It's a counter roll.
God damn it.
God, I do love having a lot of threat to spend.
I'll use determination. I have 2. God damn it, Peter.
Spend 1. I mean, yeah, no, weird, but Peter is generally weird.
Mac?
What's the whack? Is there?
No,
What do you do?
that was a random roll to recover my determination.
Okay.
It's a random roll, just
Yeah, it's fine.
yeah,
Okay.
it does nothing.
Okay, I guess that makes sense. Good business deal. I'll. Do you need us to do anything advertisement wise for this?
No. I told you I'll handle
Employees?
advertising myself. Don't you worry. Just make sure that the stands are here, that your people keep the order, so to speak, and then you just have to show up and enjoy the show. I just kind of like
Okay.
wink.
Okay then. Well, I guess Enrique will be excited about this. Maybe he'll know. Thank you, Peter. I appreciate you for clarifying for me.
Of course, of course.
She will leave and go and find Enrique immediately, and then probably go talk to Lady Freya about this, just to let her know. I don't know. I feel like I should at least tell somebody about this.
You do find Lady Freya in her office, and Rico as her loyal bodyguard always there.
Uh, Lady Freya, I'm just here to report a bit of information about our festivities that we are planning here.
Yeah, how's it going?
It seems to be all is going well, much better than expected. Though Peter has brought in some requests for souvenirs to sell there, swords. More. I don't think are they real swords or just my like toy swords, Grant? I just want to make sure I have a good idea what they look like
They're
in my head.
listed as swords.
God damn it. Swords apparently.
Now, who
And
would
then
sell real swords at a festival now? That would be kind of weird, right?
I don't. Nah, he wouldn't. A swords and a Guinness figurine. I'm not too sure if you're aware of this character at all, Enrico, with your background. Um, she will. I assume there's a description what this figurine looks like, Grunt, or it was just a Guinness fighter. That's all it's called under.
It's called. It's labeled as a swordsman action figurine
Swordsman action figurine. I'm not. I guess. I'm
with
not too sure. I'm not
detachable
familiar.
sword.
I'm not familiar enough with with this to know if this is a well-known character or something like that, but apparently it's going to be selling at the festivities. Peter had a bit of shipment that he needed to sell, so he found this as a perfect excuse, I guess.
I mean, if it doesn't hurt anyone, I mean, it can't be bad. I'm not sure if it's themed, but
Well, it's supposed to be knights in shining armor, so I guess this figurine is supposed to be something of that nature. Enrico, are you familiar enough with, I don't know, figurines and fighting action figures and dolls and such?
No, I'm a fighter, not a salesman.
Very well then. Well, I'm a bit nervous about the swords part. I didn't get a chance to ask him about that. I assume it's not real swords, but we may, Enrico, you may be putting on double duty when it comes to our security. I hope I'm just being paranoid.
Yeah, Enrico does look just a bit confused. This is not like a swordsman of Guinness have a lot of prestige, Rian. This is maybe taking a
Yes.
bit more, a lot of the, not a bit, a lot, taking a lot of the piss.
Yeah, like Rihanna with the talk to Enrico because she assumes he would at least give her something information wise, and she kind of gets that gist as well. So that's why she's confused. Because I said I'm not familiar enough to have an idea what the whole nature of this is, but I at least wanted to inform you. With everything going on, there's a lot to juggle. So if I miss anything or slip through the cracks, I want to make sure you are aware what's going on.
thank you, yeah.
Maybe I should also inform Lady Naira that she may be on duty as well.
Yes, I mean, if he plans to have real knights around, I don't know what he's planning. I mean, a doctor around would be great.
Yes. I still have trouble understanding Peter's methods at the very least. Maybe Mr. Goldman will have more information about this as well. Though I do hate to bother him so much. I feel like I must.
I mean, he's still part of the team now.
He's part of Molotov's team. He's not really necessarily on our side. As long as it's in their best interests for now, there's a chance that can always turn at any moment.
That is true, but I mean, they invested a lot of money
Mm.
in our house, in our city. I currently see no reason why they would turn their backs on us.
Investment-wise, a bad investment. It wouldn't be surprising based on our contract if they decide to pull out. We would still be left with the buildings and such, but it is not wise to always believe that your allies will stay your allies forever.
I will keep it in mind.
Of course, my lady. I will send a message to Naira to let her know of possibilities, of course, and I will go hunt down Mr. Goldman. And she just like gets a look on her eyes. She just turns around, well, bows, of course, and turns around to go do so.
Fierce is gonna scream, "Good luck!"
Of course, my lady. She's racing off. Also sending an email to Naira and her Google Docs, I guess. I don't even know.
Have we talked to Damocles recently?
It's the day of the festival.
feel like he's
Damocles
gonna learn about this and be like, "What the
yeah,
fuck?"
he's about to arrive like in any day now. I think it's like
Okay.
a day or so. Because you've been moving very fast with the preparations on this one.
Yeah.
Steve's gonna be so confused when he shows.
So yeah, I mean you can go find
Yeah.
Gary.
Yeah, Naira, you will get an email from Rhiannon explaining what she basically told to Freya and Enrico as she knocks on Goldman's door.
Hello, yes. Hi, Lady
Ah,
Rhiannon.
hello, Mr. Goldman. Forgive me for interrupting you. Seems I'm doing a lot today, but for preparations for the festival, I have a few questions, inquiries, if it's all right.
Of course. You're more than welcome to voice them.
Yes, I spoke with Peter, but I'm still left a bit of confusion here. It seems with some of the request forms, there is a request for swords and a figurine, an action figurine fighter, I believe.
Yes.
Yes, I'm a bit confused about that. I'm not aware that, well, from what Peter says, it was leftover stock from a bad dealing or something he got at a discount at the very least. I just want to know, is that a normal occasion or should I prepare anything for that? And are these really swords or are they just, I'm assuming it's toy swords, but I'm not really too sure.
No, they are real swords. You
I know, but she needs him to say it.
I mainly handle the I mainly secure the funding from the corporation, and assured that
I'll say
just load out
this:
the paper. Mhm.
you can actually give me an understand roll if
Oh,
you
really?
wanna
Okay.
trace some of these
Yeah,
finances where they're.
I would, but yeah, because I'll be
Yeah.
basically doing all the paperwork.
Yeah, because you
Yeah,
did get some lot of money from this. So yeah, just
Yeah,
give me
sure.
an understand
Yeah,
roll.
sure. Yeah, sure,
Dif-
Gary. So yeah, give me 1 minute. Would
Difficulty
show
of
bureaucracy
2.
help here?
Yes,
Or
it would. It would.
fuck, I could have. It would not have been a critical anyway. Never mind.
17 and 19. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fucking hell. Such disappoint. It could have been so. It could have had so much money. Yeah. Or Peter could have had so much money. Understand. I'd say truth.
That's one momentum.
Nice.
Yeah. So you realize as you maybe glance to a couple papers and you did find it odd, but now that she mentions the swords, you did remember about a third of the money, if not maybe more, came from the School of Guinness itself.
Ah, yes.
These are not just swords. These are very like fanciful, decorative, very prestigious swords. something you would be proud to display.
I guess the academy at Guinness was more than happy to provide some assistance here.
The Academy of the Guinness.
Yes, the Swordsman School.
Rianne's look of just like, for a minute, there's like a slack shocked on her face as you tell her this. It's like, I wasn't aware such a prestigious schooling would be so interested in our small little festival.
The company has its ways. We have our pies in many fingers, so to speak. Lots of cakes we invest in.
Yes, I see. Rianne's mind is like working. Grunt, I assume it's not often the Guinness would, like I said, with
No.
Enrico's own reaction.
Guinness
seems like an
School is
odd thing.
the prestigious school that trains the best fighters in the universe. Some consider even better than the Sardaukar of the Emperor itself.
In a 1-to-1 fight, better than the Sardaukar.
This is like what?
I am.
We used to discuss this with Peter. If you have any more questions.
I possibly will do so. It's apparently we'll be selling swords. I assume of real swords at the very least, out in display to the public, which will be a bit concerning in that regard. And apparently the Guinness School has an interest in this, which is something to I have to reconcile as well. Very well. Thank you for clarifying, Mr. Goldman. I will inform my lady and make sure we accommodate for these changes. Does it have to be real swords? She just kind of looks back.
Well, that's what was purchased, so...
No. Attract attention, Make it feel a bit spicy, grand. Right, mediocrity will not do with the current situation after the tragic accident. And what's more prestigious than the Academy of Guinness?
Yes, that is a very odd thing at the guard, but you are not wrong. Everything in the chance to deal with our current troubles, anything is preferable. So, thank you again, Mr. Goldman, for clarifying. I will organize as best I can, as I will let my lady know that we have a bit more prestige added to this as well.
Of course. Pleasure to help. Have a nice day, Lady Rianne.
Of course, you too as well, Mr. Goldman. Mr. Goldman, have you had a chance to have any more cakes at all? Would you prefer something like dessert later on today?
Of course, yeah. Thank you. I was busy with bureaucracy talking with accounting.
Yes, I know you've been working very hard for this, so I would hate for you to not have some time to relax.
I'll swing by, don't you worry.
Very well, my lord.
In that case, I'll see you later.
Of course.
Oh, did you say my lord?
Yeah, she does it by accident. I was like, oh, sorry. Old habit. Very well. She will bow, and that's how shows how fragile she is. She races off to let Freya know.
Comes back half an hour later. They're real swords. They're real fucking swords.
Any news, Rianne?
Yes, apparently the Guinness School has taken an interest in helping accommodate for our festivities as well. And we will have real swords here, decorative pieces, something to, of course, catch the eye of our hopeful patrons. Yes, my lady.
So we're gonna have real swords that anyone can just get and fight with?
Yes, my lady. And not just swords themselves, but swords that you would want to display and be worthy of your home. Swords that you would be foolish not to buy.
Yes. It's definitely not gonna have any repercussions.
I will inform Lady Naira immediately, as well as Enrico, I believe. Like I said, caution with our security is important as well, since new revelations have been revealed.
Yes. I'm not sure what you think about it, but I mean, maybe we could ask House Nix to just lend us some of their spies. I mean, even if they're not that well trained right now, we could use the power.
My only worry.
Already
God.
have them. They're just
Mm.
they're gonna stick out in the crowd, right? Like you can just have them here as security.
Yeah, if nothing else, my worry is that we won't be able to use them as spies. They could be used for security, if nothing else, because if for some reason our patrons know the jig gets revealed far too early, then we can lose that trust in the built-in security we are trying to aim for. We can use them for security itself, if that's preferable.
Yes,
Give them a
definitely.
badge and things. Very well. Enrico, can I trust that with you as well? I will speak with them too, if that's preferable.
We will make sure that nothing bad happens.
Very well. I think I'm hankering for banana cream cake. Yes.
You can tell when Rianne's stressed because she's like, oh, cake.
Why would you be stressed?
Oh, that's right. There's a
though?
Rianne cake scale.
Oh, yeah, that's why I gotta
How
make my range.
stressed she is.
I hope you enjoy the cake.
Of course.
And don't be. Calm down. I mean, it's Peter should
I'm
have
always-
had.
I'm always
handled.
calm, my lady. What do you mean?
Yes, I can tell. Yes. Just
Yes.
enjoy your cake.
There's a Rianne always displays a very lovely smile. She never tries to waver in any way, so she's like, "What do you mean?" A manic eye. Look at her eye. Says, very well, my lady. I will continue forward as always, and if you need to flee, please do not hesitate. As she gives her bow and starts to leave, letting Naira know immediately what was told, what was said, and so she's aware.
I'm sorry, say that one more time. My brain
Sorry,
took a break.
Naira's. You're good. Naira's gonna let you know about everything that we've just discussed, so you're in the loop as well.
Okay. Yeah.
There's gonna be real swords around. The Guinness people are interested in us, and would you like some cake?
I would love some cake.
She will bring cake down with you to sit down and eat with.
Yeah, okay. The only question you'll get from there is, are we sure that these swords are going to be sold sharpened, or are they just more of the decorative kind?
Impossible
think-
to tell. It's not mentioned in the paperwork.
We
We will-
can't go just look at the shipment?
Well, the shipment
When I
hasn't
get here.
arrived. This is just the
Okay.
manuscript for it to be approved. Once it gets here, yes, you can definitely look at them. But this is Peter, Rianne. Take a guess. Take an
Yeah.
educated
Yeah.
guess.
As soon as you asked that, she just takes a big drink of some tea. It's like, well, in a lot of world, I would tell they would, of course, dull sword. I meant for decoration, more. So why not?
Uh-huh. Okay. I just wonder what the goal is here. I mean, if we are sponsoring this, I feel like this is something that we should be in the loop about. Don't you think? If our name is on
yes.
it?
I've tried speaking with Mr. Goldman, who revealed the information to me, but he seems as well as dodgy as Peter is. It behooves me to admit, Naira. When I speak with him, I feel like I'm walking in circles, and then I am told a distraction thing, and I do not realize that I am being distracted until it's after the fact. Outside of his presence, I can usually have time to look and realize some errors, but I am sadly dealing with someone with superior when it comes to these type of conversations. It's like Rianne looks like a little bit slumped. She's admitted defeat a little bit here.
I'm sure that's totally understandable. Would you like me to go speak with him about these things?
Oh,
You know,
I would hate
as
to ask you.
the house
but
doctor, I think safety is my concern.
As much as it pains me to admit, I think it'd probably be best to have someone who can speak with Peter and have a better chance at understanding him. I am sad to say that I am not up to the task.
Okay, I mean, I can definitely do that if you need a break.
It seems to with Peter and a few others, but Peter especially is very much
Do you know
puzzling.
why?
He's an eccentric man, I assume.
He seems to be, from
I'm
what little I've seen.
I'm used to dealing with a certain set of socializing, flying and double speak and things like that are something I'm aware of, and I can always see the underneath when it requires me to. But Peter is brutally honest in some ways and mysterious in other ways. He does not follow the usual script.
All right. So when you're used to dealing with veiled threats behind a script, I can see why that would be more difficult. Is there any information that you would want that you feel like you haven't gotten from him yet? Anything that I could try and weasel out of him? I'm going to be completely honest. I don't know how successful I'll be, but I can try.
The problem is that I usually. Rianne looks like very pained as she says this. This is like, I realize Peter is a dangerous person for me in the sense because I a bit embarrassedly, I trust his word. That is
Mhm.
the problem.
I mean, is that a bad thing? Because yeah, it can be if we're not really sure who the person is.
Well, my duty is to the house and to ensure our safety and our well-being. It can be. Trusting others so easily is a dangerous thing. And I seem to, when Peter tells me things, I see no reason to look further into them, which is alarming. I usually don't allow myself such a flaw.
Can I insight Rhea?
Yes.
How much is she blocking off a part of her brain right now for making a connection? Oh boy.
So you can roll me discipline if you want.
Oh, geez, discipline and I'm gonna look. I'm gonna do with truth if that's all right. Or would it be no truth?
I also used truth.
God damn it. Rianne certainly looks. For her, she is very much like annoyed and seems not to understand why she seems to just trust Peter so easily compared to other people. So for her, she doesn't get it at all, and she seems to be
Okay, so
like,
it is like
"Why?"
a genuine, it's not like a I'm in denial thing.
No, like it is genuine. She is, like I said, every time I roll to insight Peter, I always roll challenge because she is trying to understand him. So she is very not frustrated, but she just doesn't get it. God, don't make fun of me, Saz, please.
Make me say it. Well, Rian, if you like the man, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I like a good large number of people before, and I've always treated them the same level as everyone else.
I think Barry does kind of chuckle a little bit. Oh, Rian. Uh, is it possible that your like for Peter is a little bit different than the respect you have for others?
Well, he is a very good conversationalist, a very charming man. I see. It could be a bit confounding at times.
Mm-hmm. He does seem to be quite charming, so
Uh, I'm a bit. Yes, as many politicians can be at times, charming, but I'm a little confused. I'm going to be honest, Lady Naira. Liking someone doesn't mean I wouldn't be so unprepared for a conversation with them, right?
Unless you just genuinely don't want to view anything negative as coming from them. It's pretty easy to place someone on a pedestal when you view them a certain way.
That's a very, no offense, Lady Nine, that's a very childish notion. Peter could have easily pulled out the company. His company can easily pull out and leave as well. He can turn his back on me and move on to better prospects. I do not believe I live in a fantasy world where things like fairy tales come true. I'm not
No,
so naive.
but even those with highly trained minds like us, still human.
This is alarming. That is very dangerous.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to bring up anything that would cause you distress. Just wanted to point out what I see.
No, you bring up a good point. Do you have the problem with Peter? And you seem to have a better head on your shoulders. Maybe it's best that you deal with Peter entirely. If I can't even talk with him in any conversation, at the very least.
I don't think you should cut all ties, but I can definitely talk to him this once and see if I can find out more information.
For the safety of our house, I might have to inform Lady Freya of this dilemma I have. I do not wish to fail her.
I don't think it's a problem as long as you have somebody else who can verify your insights, I suppose. But look, Rian, if you enjoy spending time and talking with him, you can still do that.
This is annoying. I have to add Peter to a list of people I cannot. Oh, I guess another one to the list is good. Someone to always keep an eye on me when I'm around
This is
them.
having the opposite effect that Naira wanted.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's like, hey, you have special feelings for this guy. Oh no, I can't have that. Fuck.
Rihanna's this Windows Dell computer. I'm so sorry.
Just hand her another piece of cake. Hey, it's okay. Just
I've nothing.
think on it for a little bit. Don't make a decision in a frazzled state. Let's take it one step at a time. I will go talk to Peter at the next available time, and we'll figure it out.
Very well. Your counsel is always very much important to me, Lady Naira, and I will take that into consideration as well.
Just trying to be a good friend.
Rianne smiles, actually pleased.
Listen, I have for threat I can keep on spending. Yay.
Listen. Brianna's the best stats to figure Peter out. She's the
Yeah,
only one who can speak to him.
Nobody can
She
figure
literally-
Peter out.
She literally got 0 one time. Twice actually. I don't think it's gonna keep
You have the
happening.
best dice pool. Listen, you're the only
Just
one who has the
listen,
best.
guys. If you keep trying to figure out Peter, Grunt will keep spending threat. It's an exploit to get no threat. Keep doing it.
That's what-
Red. This for the good of the house. Red.
That's what good of a house.
This is an
See what
order.
I
Sol-
was.
this is an order soldier.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you want to have a conversation with Peter about this.
Who, me?
Mm.
Yeah. Not.
I don't know.
Rianne
Someone.
is kind of panicking right now.
I can see that.
No, Gary can talk to Peter because Gary will be at the fucking coffee shop.
Gary talk to Peter. Everyone wants to talk to Peter.
So who wants to talk to Peter first? I guess that's a line now.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
well,
Go ahead, Gary.
no. If someone else, no. If Naira wants to talk to Peter, Naira can talk to Peter.
Okay.
While you try to make a decision.
Okay.
Since
So after that conversation, the mentat is shining through. Naira, you do find Peter just at the secret ingredient, relaxing, reading some. It looks like a newspaper, but it's not something like it's just part of a newspaper. It looks like it's something that's about to be printed, maybe. Just kind of like inspecting it. And he kind of like sees you approach, he like puts it away. Says, how can I help the best doctor on the planet?
Charmer, I hope I didn't interrupt any important reading you're doing. I had a couple of questions about this upcoming festival from the perspective of a doctor.
Yes.
I have been made aware that there are some swords that are being shipped in to be sold as merchandise. Am I correct?
Yes.
My concern was, would these be sold sharpened or more as a object to display?
What kind of a boring person would sell blunt swords?
It depends. Maybe someone who wanted to sell them as a decor object.
We're not selling them as decor objects, so if they are too well, it would be an insult to their craftsmen to treat them as wall hangers.
Fair point. Can't argue too much against that, I suppose. I guess my next question then would be, to what end?
Making money?
Okay, making money selling swords at a
An
medieval themed
exorbitant
fair.
Yes, at exorbitant prices.
Fair enough, I suppose. And
Listen, this is these medieval back in our ancient times. These things are mythical. People just swallow it up. Trust me. I doubt there will be any accidents. Remember, most people that will be attending this will have shields. The likelihood of accidental injuries is very, very small.
this is very true, and I can see the intrigue of a theme such as this. And fuck, I forgot where the end of my sentence was going. God damn it. There was a point I was gonna make. God damn it, it's gone.
If that is all, if there's any other concerns, Lady Naira, feel free to approach me.
I feel like I just got Men in Black, like my brain just
That's just
leave.
that's the Peter effect. That's fine.
How? How? God damn it.
And yeah, he'll just
Okay, what was I gonna say? Yeah, I guess
You'll-
fuck it. This is a failure.
You'll just otherwise he'll just stare at you, kind of like smiling, waiting for you to say something.
Fine. I will just change the subject then. On the other hand, could I ask you something a bit more personal?
Don't see why not.
What are your intentions with Rianne?
Kind of like straightens his back, just kind of like leans in the back towards you and says, "You're about to threaten me." This
I'm no,
sort of
just asking a question about my friend.
I mean, you can check my background if you're worried.
That's not what I'm asking.
What are you asking? Because it can't just be people ask a question, but the questions are usually enveloped multiple layers.
I'm asking because I care about my friend. That's
But that means she cares as well. Because otherwise you wouldn't bother.
I mean, maybe not. Maybe that is why I want to know.
Yes. He just kind of like starts hyping himself up. Listen, all I can say is that I promise not to hurt her, and I will try my best.
Say that again. Sorry.
Promise not to
Trying
hurt
not to
her.
get mad at Zaz.
Promise not to hurt her, and I will try my best. But thank you for confirming for me. I needed the confidence boost. Whew.
You still haven't answered my question.
Which is?
What are your intentions with Rianne? It's just the question. There's no implications.
My intentions could be described as dishonorable, menacing, potentially dangerous, adrenaline inducing, and not fit for a children's story.
Okay, your intentions could be described that way. Got it. You are not somebody who just likes to answer questions directly, are you?
That's very true. Where's the fun in that?
I don't know, maybe in trust.
Well, trust implies that trying to lie to you, or that I'm trying to manipulate you, abuse you, or I'm just telling you the truth. It's just that feels to me that you are assuming I am doing one of these more nefarious things.
I think you're assuming that I'm doing some assuming. All I am doing is asking questions.
And I'm answering them. It's just that it appears to me that you are not satisfied with the answers I'm giving you. I don't do short. I do bombastic, I do flamboyant, I do interesting, I do adventurous, I don't do short, I don't do boring, I don't do to the subject.
I seem to have hit a nerve. I apologize.
No, it's just trying to make you understand my position. It's not personal, and it's not a manipulation tactic as a lot of these salesmen will make you feel.
Okay. And clearly, you do not want to continue having this conversation, so I will go.
Cannot stop you. Have a wonderful day, my lady. Pick back up the fake newspaper.
Where the fuck did the bitterness come from that?
He feels your bitterness, that's why.
Because you started grilling him, and you're like, oh, I see
He
you
got
don't like
defensive
shirts.
over someone saying, "Hey, what do you want with my friend?"
Incite him if you want. Then otherwise, just move along. There's a line behind you.
I will try.
Sure.
It's a waste
It's
of
not
effort.
going to work because you're going to spend threat to make sure we can't
Of
fucking
course,
read him.
Of course, I'm gonna spend. You do have momentum. You have one momentum if you want to use it.
Are we going to use the momentum on this? I feel like there's really not any point.
Listen, the
It's
session
not
will
really.
end.
I don't know. That depends how bitter you are. Like, I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him.
I'm not bitter. It's just I
Then,
asked
yeah.
a question and dude got so defensive and upset by it.
No, this is not Peter upset. Peter upset was in the other session with. Yeah, no, that.
Cool.
I guess yeah. You don't know why he got defensive. Who knows? Probably touched the nerve. Who can say? So yeah, who's next?
Gary's next. Because listen, you follow Rianne's advice to eat some cake.
Not like half an hour later, I guess you would find him on the same table, reading the fake newspaper. It's like, just this doesn't work. I think I'll send it back. Puts it in the briefcase.
I see you here too. Relaxing or working?
I was just, I'm before I send the newspaper to some of the publications. I have to make sure that you got the images right, the titles correctly. Can I help you with, Gary?
I was just here to relax a bit. Upon the recommendation of Lady Rianne to try some of the new cakes.
Delicious.
You know, maybe the city will turn me into a pastry guy.
Certainly has me. Not long before I'll have to start running laps around this place just to burn the calories off.
I see. Everything's going well, I suppose.
Yes.
Was the counting sufficient? Some of them were a bit nosy.
That is enough. I think I'll be able to. I've pulled some strings, and we'll have quite an interesting festivity. I mean, besides the whole theater show, other things they have planned. I mean, the real event. I mean, the real money bringer. We'll turn this fish into a gold one yet.
That's great to hear. Now I want to ask you a little something.
Hmm?
Lady Rianne was inquiring a bit into some of the purchases or some of the requests that were made. Do you desire me to be quiet, or should I share them if they ask?
Share whatever information she asks. We have to cooperate with them. If there's something I don't want them to know, I'm probably not gonna tell you either. No offense.
None taken.
I will make sure you're not put in any uncomfortable situations.
Understood. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Eat some cake and just make some small talk.
Yeah. Listen, Gary trusts Peter. He's not suspicious. He'll do his job.
Yeah. And I guess then.
For the greater good.
Okay, so I guess Naira is not back in line. Then
Why the fuck would I be?
I don't know.
I was gonna ask him to be more forthcoming with information, considering our family, our house's name is on this. That's all it was gonna be.
Oh,
he would have some fucking smarmy comment about it.
Yes, absolutely.
There's no way it would actually do anything.
Absolutely.
The hate seeds.
You are correct. You have intuited correctly. Imagine the most smug comment, and that's probably it. I guess then lastly, Rianne you would approach him. It's kind of like getting into the evening. It's about 6 p.m.
Who's approaching me? I'm approaching Peter.
I mean, I thought you said you wanted to approach him.
No.
Okay,
Rihanna realizes that she cannot. She is too weak to deal with Peter.
I
so
see.
she trusts the driver.
It's too shy. It's okay. He'll come to you.
Yeah, he'll come to you, but not today though. Today you get to relax as Damocles would actually arrive. Presumably, you would all like to meet him.
Yes.
As you arrange this welcoming committee as his ship docks and he gets off, has two servants from House Nix accompanying him as he shows up, and he'll give you a hug, friend. Says, "It's good to see you all."
Good to see you too.
I didn't realize this place will get so lively so soon.
Yes, we got some preparations for an upcoming event.
A Swordsmaster Festival?
I guess you could call it that, yes.
No, that's literally what he'll show you, like a poster. That says Swordsmaster Festival. Watch as let me think how to phrase this.
What's blades crossing?
Like, watch talented and famous swordsmen from the galaxy, from the universally known swordsmen of Gina's school, as they duel each other in an arena for your spectacle. And it's like a lot of other bombastic words. It basically advertises this as an event where people can see actual swords masters from the school of Ginas duel each other.
Freya's gonna look back at Rian, just say, so much for medieval themed festival.
Well, the decorations are medieval. But yeah, he'll like look back and says, you can tell me all about it on the way home.
Yes. How was your ride here?
Um, 1 second, as I have to respond to this slander. It's almost as if he took care of the marketing, Jill.
Nobody asked him.
Nobody asked.
damn
He
it.
handled the marketing. You can put whatever banners you want into your town.
Well,
This is just the marketing. He sent
the-
posters
the-
to other places.
The banner,
You're
the
right.
banner was in
Oh.
fact on the table in the cafe. He was reading over it.
Now, Naira, I'm sorry. From now on, Rian is thinking like, well, Naira's gonna be the diplomat dealing with Peter from now on. I think it's the only way. It's the only way, guys.
You have 2 more communicate. You have focuses.
What do you mean?
It's your duty.
It's my duty.
Yeah. Um. You kind of like lead him and says, yeah, the preparations around town are going as well. It says, kind of like flips the poster and says, there's something about a theater show. I guess you're handling that part. Recognize some of the names.
Yes.
Point to a couple of actors.
We wanted to have something our city is known for. And I think it would have been in Astrid's best interest as well.
You'll nod at that. Yeah, I think she would have liked that.
Yes, she definitely would have. So, did everyone get this
I
flyer?
just saw one stand in Yorith this morning.
Oh God.
Great, great.
It's probably gonna take about like a couple of days to have these like spread across the planet.
Yes. It's gonna be great. I mean, it's a great promotion. Just no one told me it was actually called this, and yeah, it's fine. It's
Oh.
fine.
Should I be worried?
No, no. I mean, we got someone who handles these things. I believe he's working with its best interests.
He just looks at Rian like, should I know something? I feel like I'm just
The Molotov company has decided to help invest in this festival for us, and they have handled advertising as well. We had trusted them to do what was best in that interest for the festival. It seems that they have done their best to make it as fantastic and well, widespread as they could, with the best keywords for those who would have an eye for such things.
I see. This is certainly interesting. I trust them. I trust you. So
We trust that they would do their best to make sure this all goes smoothly, as they have poured the most amounts and effort and work into this. So unless it's a complicated amount of sabotage, there's no reason to believe that this is intentionally meant to harm us.
This would be a very weird attempt at sabotaging yourself. Know how expensive these people can be.
Yes. Well, two of the representatives are actually here. You might have a chance to meet with at least one of them and have a conversation if you wish, Lord Damocles.
No, I trust that my daughter here can handle any conversations. I'm merely here to advise.
Of course, my lord.
Yes, about that, Rianne, could you maybe make another meeting with Peter, just see how things are going?
Of course, my lady. I will do so. I think it might be best if Lady Naira would be there as well. She has a good head on her shoulders, and apparently my hands are a bit busy with preparing for the festival as well.
If you're okay, and she's looking at Naira. If you're okay with it?
Of course. I mean, if you need me for anything.
I mean, a second opinion is always great. Especially
I'll be
with
there.
Melanchoth Corporation.
All I'm saying is, Nara, this would be a perfect place to showcase some of that weird experiments you're running.
Yeah, that's what I was planning until it became a fucking swordsman thing.
So, you think?
What about it? Are you scared of swords?
You think
What?
you can't enhance a stage with like a light show?
That's not what I was saying, but okay.
Nothing to worry about.
You could literally just do whatever you want. You're altering their coloration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, I'm not disagreeing. I said that was my idea.
Yeah, that's... all I'm saying is there will be more people who will notice it now. But yeah, you know, just like all of you will regroup back. Not regroup, but go to the residence as Damocles kind of gets set in, and Rianne, one of the guards, would notify you that Peter wishes to speak with you. He is in your office, at your office rather.
Oh, okay. God damn it. Brienne is like, there's a moment where she thinks like she should just call someone to be there with her, but you know what? That's silly. We're gonna have a meeting with Peter afterwards. I assume this will be just a small thing, and yeah, this is gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine, probably. With her shoulders, her head held high, and not wanting to interrupt Freya and Lord Damocles' time, she's gonna go speak with Peter.
Yeah, he's just kind of like hanging around the door as chatting with one of the guards as he sees you. I just wanted to get your feedback on this. I think it's rather great. That's like shows you one of the posters.
What does it look like?
It has what I said, kind of like the marketing, the swordsman duels, the Guinness logo. There's like a couple of other sponsors. Of course, there's the Malenkov's logo. There's the Kairos logo. There's a bunch of like smaller sponsors, seemingly some of the other houses across the planet. You can definitely see Vodnik as a sponsor.
Oh, god damn it.
Alexei.
You can definitely see Orpheus as a sponsor.
Oh, god damn it.
All the greats will be here.
They will, in fact, all the greats will be here.
I must say, Peter, it is very impressive. We're a bit surprised at the number of sponsors you had. Is that Orpheus I see, and House Alexi at that. And the
House
Guinness
Alexei.
School. I keep calling it. Yeah, I know it's Vodnik. Sorry, House Vodnik at that. And I see even the Guinness School has taken an interest in our little festival.
I have friends everywhere.
Very important to have, of course, in these trying times. We are a bit. My lady wishes to have a meeting with you, at the very least, and we are.
I assume it's to congratulate me on this impressive scheme. Just kind of like showboats a bit.
In a way, yes, I believe so. We do have some surprise, just to make sure we're all on the same page. It's how many days until the festival, Grant? Is it still like
Nah, it's about
we
like
know
yeah, it's about like 2 weeks roughly.
no more 2 weeks? Okay. So with everything moving so quickly, we would just wish there not to be any errors. Is all.
Move quickly, create scarcity. People pay extra for tickets. Who do you think wants to miss Gina's swordsmen fighting each other? Nobody.
Huh? Yeah, no one who's smart at the very least. It is definitely
We don't want
alluring
smart
advertisement.
people. We want rich people who are dumb. That's
I
our
was being kinder,
clientele.
but yes, yes.
Apparently, I was told to be more forthcoming, so guess I should drop the fanciful language and just speak plainly. We want money.
Of course. And with all your preparations, and for the clientele we have attracted, this will be a surefire way to ensure that, especially with high interest as it is. Um, but my main concern lies in the fact that to make sure we are properly prepared for such an influx, want to make sure we do our best performance, of course.
Well, I believe Enrico and your new guards can definitely handle this.
I hope so. Though I'm not naive enough not to believe that there complications can arise, and of course with the interesting company we'll be having, I must prepare for that as well. God damn it.
You do seem a bit stressed.
Hmm. Don't worry. I will, of course, be able to do my job to the best of my abilities. I will not falter.
Don't believe you will. In fact, I would bet my life against it.
I do appreciate such confidence in me. I will, my Lord Damocles. Oh, forgive me. Lord Damocles has returned to the house, and we are preparing for dinner in to, of course.
He wouldn't have happened to bring his wife or any of the daughters with him.
No.
Well,
Lady Nix and her house have not. Though they might come to the festival, I'm not too sure. But this is Lord Damocles here for Lady Freya after the loss of her sister.
of course. Understandable. I will make
I did
sure
not
to pay my
realize
respects.
did not realize you had such apprehensions to Lady Nix. She seemed like someone who would at least be able to fake it till you make it.
Lady Nix is definitely good at faking things, very bad at making things, though.
She is her own brand of unique.
An assassin who can't talk is highly specialized tool. It's like having a knife which you can only cut rope with. Very useful if you are a dock worker, but I'm a chef. Not that useful to me.
I see then. Well, I hope that we can be a good part of your kit, I guess.
Yeah, and you're not my part of my kit. You're my collaborator. Have some confidence in yourself.
Gonna inside roll that. I'm gonna try one day, guys.
Yeah, you have one momentum. You can spend
I'm
that.
gonna I'm gonna save our momentum because with Rian's.
Okay. Sure.
God damn it! Every time. Why do I even try?
Yeah.
This is the 4th 0 I've gotten.
It's impossible for you to read him. It's I'm saying. It's just
That's the go with the flow.
literally unreadable. Man's like weird.
This is just going back with the course of Rian, just like trusting Peter's word. God damn it.
The calculator broke. He did in fact break the calculator. He divided by 0 on Rian.
God damn it. Well, I think the poster looks well, though I would change a bit of the coloring. I would assume you're going to show it to Lady Freya, and her input will probably uh, more and carry more weight than mine.
Of course, of course. I'm. Is everything all right? You do seem a bit, dare I say, flustered.
Nope, everything is very well and fine. We will have a meeting. Though I sadly think with my current duties, I may be skipping out a bit of for the meeting. Though Lady Naira and Lady Freya will be there, I assume, simply so, as well as Enrico. So they
Yes,
will inform me of what.
of course. Be sure to take care of yourself, Lady Rian.
Of course, of course. I will leave you to it, Peter. Thank you for your time.
He'll smile and bow and take his leave to attend meeting with the official rulership. He closes the door. He does, in fact, leave the poster there for you to just stare at.
Um, I think Rian would, of course, still not wanting to interrupt Damocles, and Freda will let her know that Peter will be will be up for the meeting between everyone else, and Lady Rian. Oh, Rian will be in her not her quarters, but in her taking care of some other business as well.
Yeah, well, you, Freya, catch up with Damocles for an hour or so as talk with him, share what you've done with the city, what's changed, how the construction projects are going, even the more bizarre interactions, even the new up and coming 5-star bakery, everything is he seems very, there's like a sense of like pride in you. It's just very happy with what you've achieved.
How's it going with House Nix? Any news?
Um Going good. Definitely nothing as exciting as Gina swordsmen dueling each other.
Yes, I can believe that, yes. I mean, I think I heard something about a wedding being blown off.
Oh well, we did eventually manage to resolve these issues, and there will be one of Anicia's daughters. Actually, let me. I think they might have already been married. Yeah, as though one of Anicia's daughters have already been married. It was a very private, small event.
Oh, send her my congratulations.
He'll
I
nod.
I assume it's a political marriage.
She seems she seems to have taken a liking to the man. It's a good thing.
Glad to hear that. I mean, at least some people get to marry someone they like.
He kind of like just gives you that look of like, okay, what's going on?
I still haven't found anyone, and I am worried.
Listen, you're still young. There's plenty of people out there. Anything this occasion might be another good opportunity to meet some people. Don't stress it out. Better to take your time and find someone proper than rush into something you'll regret afterwards.
Yes, I've heard that several times now. It's still, I mean, now with our reputation,
Reputation changes, comes and goes. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. And it's the people that matter. If someone's put off because of a incident that wasn't really even your fault, then maybe it wasn't worth it at all.
yeah, you're right. I mean, maybe there's someone at the festival.
I'm sure
mean,
some of
I-
the nobles would attend this.
Yes, with the great fires our associate brought to the world, maybe yes. I
don't know.
just hope it goes well.
At this point, I think I'm optimistic. This is something that I'm more familiar with. This is less politics and more activities. I mean, the politicking happens now, well, in open space and between individuals instead of at fancy parties with the social elite.
Yes, at least a little bit more relaxing than at those parties.
I feel like, considering what you have themed this festival as, I think a lot of snobs will pass. So actually, might work out for the better.
I hope so. We could definitely use some good hope here and there.
He'll,
But I mean, it looks great till now, and
just kind of like
It's-
nod and he'll give you a hug to kind of like comfort you a bit.
I'm glad to hear.
You'll see. They've done fine without me, but I'm glad to be here as well.
Do you think that Anisia is gonna come as well?
Honestly, I don't think any of them would miss this.
Glad to hear that.
He nods. And eventually Peter would present himself. Presumably, if you want to have that official meeting with him. There is no better himbo than Alexei. So would you have the meeting with Peter or no?
Yes.
Yeah. So then, and you said you want Naira here to be as well.
Yes.
Naira, you would
I will
have.
be there then.
You are the anti-Peter has been deployed.
Anti-Peter. Okay.
The hater has been deployed.
I am the hater. Naira is not.
We'll fix that soon.
We can work on it apparently.
yeah.
Jesus, this
Well.
dude's got an issue.
Fix it. As he'll show up. Gary
Oh, my
will
plan's about to get shat on.
Gary will be here as well. With the hard numbers. As Peter just kind of like bows politely.
Thank you for coming, both of you. I just wanted to check up how things are going.
Well, as Mr. Goldman here can attest, it's going great. The numbers have checked out. He has secured financing for us. I've called on a few friends. I think it will be a blast. News will spread like wildfire across the planet. Will be a definite hit, both financially and will put you in the news with a very positive light.
I definitely hope so. I mean, that's what we're looking for. I mean, at least you got some attention. I mean, my father brought back a poster he found in your.
Ah, well, I see they've already started giving them up.
It seems like it is. Quite the announcement you made on it.
Well, well, such a wonderful event needs a announcement up to its measure.
Something that would normally be passed by the family hosting it before distributed.
I mean, you did give me permission to handle the marketing. This is part of the marketing, and don't ask the same question twice.
I mean, at least notifying us what you were planning would have been appreciated.
Well, I can recall back everything, and I'll let you handle the marketing.
No. It's fine. I mean, I like the idea. Just if it would happen to be a second time we're gonna do something like that, please tell me something like that before you print it. Just so I know about it.
Maybe we don't understand each other. Yeah, I like to have my creativity. I like to have my imagination set free. Now, if someone were to infringe on those things that I cherish oh so much, I would just rather you take the thing. I'm not your employee, my lady. I am a mutual business partner in this transaction. If you grant me the permission to handle marketing, I will handle marketing. If I think there is something that you can provide adequate input on the marketing, rest assured, I will ask you. For something I think you have no input to provide on, I won't bother. Time is of the essence, and life is indeed quite short.
I understand. I mean, you did a great job on distributing marketing. Thank you.
Nothing to thank me for. I did this to further both our causes and ensure that we both have to gain a lot from this excursion.
All right, I'll ask it.
Is that the momentum, I guess? The second one?
No.
Oh.
No, that's a D10. I rolled something for myself, so
Okay.
decide something. Naira will then speak up with a question. Why bother hiding the theme? It doesn't make sense to me. There's nothing wrong with it, so why not just say it from the get-go?
I beg your pardon? What did I hide? The theme is, I assure you, medieval still. You provide the costumes and all, the stage, everything. That's on you. I just bring in a bit of outside talent. Just don't look at chat. Just ignore chat.
You two are genuinely pissing me off right now, just to let you know. I don't know what it is in particular. What was it that Peter said? Sorry.
He basically said that the theme is still medieval and that you are gonna still provide the costumes, the stage, and like the decorations, basically everything else. He's just gonna bring in basically the swordsmen who plan on fighting in this quote unquote festivity.
I'm assuming there was more sass to it than that, but okay. I don't see a problem with that. It's just it seemed like a large part to find out so late. I'm not against the idea.
Oh, well, it's just one of the many attractions. You still have the theater show that you plan. You still have the games you've organized. This is just maybe a quarter of the total activities. I don't even think it was that important to bring it up to you. I don't.
Okay, Nair just nods.
I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it. It just
Then I don't understand these questions. Maybe
You
that's just me.
you advertised, especially the fighting and the sinner swordsman. I mean, it's fine because that's what
Now-
people are looking for.
Exactly.
But still, not
You-
knowing anything of it, I would have liked to know. I mean, I would not have said anything against it. I was just surprised to read it on a poster before anyone told me.
Now, if I wake up in the morning, suddenly a slice of delicious cake on my nightstand, I ask less questions than what you just asked me. This entire 20 minutes. Which is why you're giving off the vibe that you are displeased.
I am not
This-
displeased.
This isn't a slice of cake on a nightstand. This is
I-
something we are hosting in this city. That's all that it is. That's
In-
all what the
yes,
concern
a
is.
city which I've invested more money than you have seen for the last 2 years combined. You think I do not have an interest in this succeeding?
That is not what we are implying.
Hmm. Then what is it that you are implying? Come on, you told me I speak on riddles and I failed to get to the point, but it seems to me that right now you are guilty of the same.
Maybe you are correct in that there is a difficult connection here, difficult communication, because I don't believe there's any implication in what we've been saying rather than what we have been saying. That it would have been nice to know about something that is in the city that we are a sponsor of,
Yes,
rather
and
than
it
not having
would
the information.
be
That is
n-
the end of the statement, nothing else.
And it would be nice to also have invested money in a city which isn't considered cursed by half the planet. It would be nice to have invested assets and time and money with people that aren't viewed with distaste and other negatives by a lot of the royal families of the planet. It would be nice to have a lot of things, but I don't deal in niceties. I deal in things that get results, and my time is precious. This is a very pointless meeting. If you wish to discuss something other than niceties, you know where to find me. Otherwise, feel free to entertain Mr. Goldman here. He is a much more patient man than I am. Have a good evening. And he'll just flip around and walk off.
I'm following Peter. As he's leaving, I say, Peter, please, I would like to have a word just with you.
Very well.
It is not discussing what we just talked about.
Thank God, then, by all means, please do say.
I I'm gathering that there's a bit of tension that you have with me in particular, and I'm not exactly sure where that is coming from. However, per our discussion about Rianne, I did want you to know that I encouraged her, actually. I think that having a stronger connection to her emotions would be good. And whatever implication you got from our conversation that I disapproved, I do not want you to believe that.
I'll say this only once. I don't have any issue with you. In fact, I'd like you a lot. But now, don't even have to answer this question, but what do you think I think of everyone around here?
I think you view everyone else as less intelligent than you. That's the impression that I get anyway.
Wonderful. Then my job here is done. And he'll kind of like bow politely and walk away.
Okay, I will return to the meeting room then.
Goldman,
I do an insight
Also-
check on Peter.
sure. You can.
I'll try to. I'll try to. I'll take my gamble the first time.
There is a momentum you can spend if you want.
Yeah, I assume the session will not go much longer.
Yeah.
Democratic vote.
Yeah. I say why not?
No, I'm asking just in case.
Go ahead.
Yeah,
You're the
no.
worst person to actually read him because you won't tell us. But go
I'm
ahead.
doing this for myself. I'm doing this for myself. I want to make sure Peter's fine.
Listen, someone needs to know.
So I assume understand. What was it? Truth? Understand truth?
Yeah, that will definitely work.
Sadly, I don't have a focus. Where this Fred gets. Oh yeah. If I buy Fred, he will just buy it to increase his dice pool. So
I already increased his dice pool by 1, so
nice. Okay, well.
I
It's
don't
already
know,
it's already unbeatable, basically, unless he fucks up. How long will the session go?
Let's roll.
Okay. Can I spend 1 Fred for 1 dice?
Yeah.
No, I'm asking for democratic approval.
Go ahead.
What does
Go
the
ahead.
committee
Fine.
vote?
I want to. Listen, I'm not an unconsensual guy. Listen.
As long as you're not spending or buying 6 thread at once, I think was the problem before.
It would have been worse. Anyway,
Go ahead.
yeah, just making sure. Promise you
That you
have
should
focus.
roll me another d20 because that should have been 4 d20. Because you spent
yeah,
1
true, I
momentum.
forgot.
Yeah, so
Forgot.
another. Let's roll oops.
The 4 successes.
Yeah.
If only I had a focus. God damn it.
This is classic Peter.
Okay, situation under control.
He has done this and way more ugly stuff than this in boardroom meetings where he just kind of trashed everyone. He has seemingly takes a lot of issue when people try to, or at the very least how he sees it. He is very sensitive to the idea of someone taking creative control of his work.
Okay, okay, he's having a bit of attack. Situation kind of
it is kind of a tantrum, and he does this sort of things in the boardroom
nothing,
meetings.
nothing out of the ordinary.
Yeah, this is when the board is just like, you know what, just fucking ignore him. Okay, whatever, do you? If I don't see the money by the end of the fiscal year, you're fucked. But until then, just do whatever the fuck you want.
As I once said a while ago, he has a bit of an acquired taste.
He is special, yes.
But I can assure you, he does get results. There's a reason he's being kept around.
I mean, he knows what he's doing.
Is there anything else you wish to discuss?
Not really. I mean, if, as Peter said, the finances are all right. I mean,
Yes, it's all been arranged. It's been approved by the relevant departments.
I'm glad to hear that. I mean, I believe such festivities cost a large fortune.
Don't worry, all will go smoothly.
Glad to hear that.
It is in the best interest of the Mangrove Corporation that things go smoothly. Otherwise, we did put quite a significant amount of money on the table here.
Yes, I'm aware.
Understood.
Have a nice evening, Mr. Goldman.
Of course, Lady Freya. A bow as I exit the room. Have a nice evening, gentlemen.
Gentlemen.
Oh, sorry, gentle ladies.
Thank you.
I politely exit the room.
Yeah, I mean,
Gentle ladies, Damocles is standing there like, wait a minute.
Gentlemen,
yeah,
gentle lady.
as soon as he leaves, Damocles does look amused at all of this.
Would I have rejoined at this point?
Yeah.
So, what are your unbiased thoughts?
You know what? Let me just roll with Damocles.
Oh, now Damocles will do the other. Oh, Damocles can crack him. Mayhaps.
Hasn't Damocles' discipline isn't that good.
Does he have a focus at least?
No,
Then
not
it's
even.
impossible. Then it's impossible to crack without focuses.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe he rolls like crit, but yeah. Damocles just kind of like shrugs and says, "He's definitely weird. Um, about as weird as I've heard from my wife."
Is Lady Nyx familiar with Peter specifically?
Passingly, I suppose. He has gone around the planet negotiating different deals with different houses for potential similar projects. When Mr. Goldman called him an acquired taste, seems to be the general consensus.
Nair will just nod.
Some people are just. I'm not even sure how he has this much money to throw around.
I
Okay.
don't think I would
Oh, sorry,
wanna.
go ahead.
I'm not sure if I even want to know where he gets it from.
Well, the corporation, but corporations work on a very high profit margins. They don't allow buffoons to run around the place.
Yes.
Would Sook doctors be trained in mental health?
I don't see why not. This is Dune.
I'm trying to see like if there is a connection that Nair would make that I am also making. But if you want me to roll for it, I'm totally
No,
okay with
sure,
that.
sure. No, you don't need to roll.
Okay.
It's diagnosed him, I guess.
It's likely he could use his off-putting personality. I'm saying this with respect to as a form of control to get what he wants in a situation. So he's obviously someone important to the company. Otherwise, he would just be, I don't know, dismissed. But clearly, he was attempting to take control of the meeting that we just had, or remain in control from what his viewpoint.
That's true. It might work with us, but with his own peers? Do you think same tactics would work there?
Can't say I understand the Malenkov Corporation well enough to answer that.
If you want, I can ask around. Maybe some other people I know can. But from what I understand, nobody can. People usually despise him, find him confusing, or just treat him as a buffoon. I've yet to meet a person that truly respects him, at the very least publicly.
Nairo immediately, like, if Rianne was in the room, her eyes would snap to him.
Rianne's not in the room though.
I know, I said if she was in the room. Oh boy.
Listen, he didn't talk to Daniel. Daniel respects him, but Daniel is a bit more.
Gary respects Peter.
Yeah, but like Gary works for P.
Yeah, that's right.
That's
I do, need to
different.
leak, I do need to leak the butt.
You're part of the corporation.
Naira will just look at Freya to make the decision on whether Damocles should ask around.
I mean, it wouldn't hurt to get some more information, and maybe some other people know more about Peter.
I will
That we could use.
say I am. If he reacted this badly about you questioning his,
Yep, that's what I was about to bring up.
yeah.
Can I bring up something? He is remarkably informed about us as a house, more so than I would expect anyone to be. Odds are, if we start asking questions about him, word's going to get back to him. And that might not be a situation we want to find ourselves in. Just for peace of mind, if nothing else.
I would recommend you keep him at an arm's length and interact with him. And just take it as it is and just roll with it. Sometimes just have to let the crazies do their thing.
Oh fuck, I just had a schemy thought. That's not a Naira thought, no.
Do it.
Yeah, Naira will just...
Do it.
No, it's nothing to do... That's nothing active right now. It's just a thought. Naira will just nod.
Yes, you're right. I mean, we don't want to get the attention of Peter that we're looking into him. I
also think that's for the best. I still think you handled him very well, and must have been quite a headache to have him around.
Yes, I mean, everything going on. I mean, I haven't had that much to do with. That was mostly Rianne's job.
Why not ask her then? What's her opinion on the guy?
I mean, it's difficult, I guess. I mean,
Just raises an eyebrow.
I'm not exactly sure. Yeah, I should probably talk to her. But I mean, she has a lot to deal with the whole festival things and theater. But yes, maybe she knows more about him. She had to deal with him several times.
If I get the chance, I'll ask her about him.
Naira is doing a very bad job of hiding a smirk.
Well, it's rather late for me too. have to retire. I wish both of you a good night.
Have a good night.
You as well.
Any final conversations between Freya and Nair?
I
Yes, Naira will
still,
just raise an eyebrow.
I still can't get my head around Peter.
You and I both. Even going to meet with him when we discovered the swords shipment, he got very defensive very quickly. But I mean, none of the arguments that he made were deceptive or incorrect. So it's just. She kind of like shrugs and shakes her head.
Yes, I guess we just have to leave him and do his job.
Well, I don't think challenging him would go amiss every now and then, but we can't push too hard because I feel like it could make him withdraw.
Yes, and we don't need that to happen.
No, I do think he is genuinely a help, even if it doesn't feel like it sometimes.
Yes, I mean, he got this festival to work. I mean, respect to that.
And I trust that he needs it to work just as much as we do, so I look forward to it. Maybe it'll be fun.
Yes, I hope so. I mean, I'm glad to see our city bloom up like this.
Not gonna lie, I kind of want to help with the decorations. It looks fun. But
mean-
I will leave that to the people with a much better eye for art and design than I.
I mean, you can help sometimes. I mean, here and there, if you want.
Maybe being directed. Take this costume to this actor. But yeah, I think it'll be okay.
Yes. I mean, it probably gonna help us get a reputation back.
Freya,
If-
can I be completely honest with you? Speak
Yes.
freely. I am having difficulty wrapping my head around the fact that we are so ostracized for an event that happened to us.
Yes.
It's just I guess it's hard to it's hard to deal with if I don't understand it. Do you have any insight into why that is?
You can roll me if you want, understand, or even discipline.
Um. Gonna go
Do we
with
have
both.
momentum in the pool?
No. But you can buy like one threat.
Wait. Fuck.
Get like one more dice. This is only like a difficulty 2. Might have your determination.
Um. I guess it would go with truth.
Yeah.
Yes, and even have desperation.
It's no, it's determination, but I can give you
I determine-
desperation
yeah,
if you want.
Desperation. I would like to use a desperation point, please.
The face as Astra steps out of the fucking corner. Hello there. Message from Master Kosh.
You are invited to join the collective.
And I'm gonna. So we have a momentum.
No, but if you spend your determination, you're gonna succeed. It's gonna give you a
Okay.
crit. So, as what do you think about it? It's not just so the reason you can still feel free to roll, but it's not just See, that's why. That's why it should still roll, because there can be fun things like that. Now, do you want to buy a threat to avoid a complication, or no?
Council, what do we say? I would buy a threat, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll leave it up to you.
So it's not just the fact that Astrid died. That's more of that's what kind of like sparked the controversy, or rather, maybe it was like the cherry on top. The thing that kind of catapulted you into being, I won't call ostracized, more like
Consider it
envied.
upstart.
Yes, it's envy, right? You went from a barely nobody house to marrying into a major house. Now that is insane. And there's a lot of people who will have a lot of questions as to how you would achieve such a thing. Because you have nothing to offer these people, politically, monetarily, military. There's just nothing. So they're just be like, okay, well, what kind of shady business transaction did you just pull to do this? For one, then there's people who just wish that this could have been them. There's people who will be suspicious of the fact that after this very bizarre union, suddenly one of the new future newlyweds suicides herself. Okay, what? And this it's like a rather long series of unfortunate events, and this combined with your previous association, there's a lot of things, right? Because people also you've gathered a lot of reputation quite quickly, and that's a good thing up to a point. Past that certain point, it starts to kind of like cause problems, more or less. So I wouldn't say you're ostracized. I would say you are envied, more or less, right now. You are seen as someone who overreaches, and well, nobody really likes people who cut the line. And that's more of a general public perception.
I mean, it's everything that happened the past months. I mean, we went from nobodies to somebody to a house who's gonna marry into a major house, and I guess just jealousy mostly. I mean, some of them. I mean, then Astrid committed suicide. I mean, maybe people think we didn't deserve it. They want to be us instead.
And I will just slowly nod throughout the conversation. Okay, I guess that's something more to work off of.
I think it's
Thank you.
it's the thing that it happened so fast, and we skyrocketed with no real reason, because we don't offer anything.
Right. Well, hopefully we can change their minds.
Yes. I mean, that's what this festival is for.
But I think that we have kept you awake long enough. So I will see you tomorrow.
All right, see you tomorrow. Have a good night.
You as well.
Thank you.
And lastly, Rianne, how late are you gonna be working tonight?
I think Rianne, with the festivals, like she has not just been dealing with this situation, she has been carefully looking over all the information for the festival. So she's probably up still now with her radio, mostly just getting as much done as she can at the
Now,
latest
at what
hours.
floor is your office?
God, he's
I
gonna fucking climb it.
I think we discussed it last time. She is on the second floor,
No,
I
that
believe.
was your bedroom, I think.
Oh, my office? Yeah, I think it would be just because like the house is so small and Grunt makes fun of us for it. It would be on the same floor as
Yeah.
their our rooms at the very least, unless we think it should be on a higher floor,
No,
guys, or lower
that's
floor.
fine. There's a knock at the balcony window.
God damn it. Rianne looks up mostly. Like I said, she's been
It's
mostly looking at a lot
Peter.
of paperwork right now. Reason eyebrow. She just goes up to the balcony. You know you can knock on the door, right? You don't have to go to the balcony.
Yes,
It's
but
impressive.
this makes it look more mysterious. I brought you cake, and he'll like show you a package.
Well, you did bring gifts, so I think I shall allow it this time.
And yeah, he'll just like, may I come in?
Of course. Yes. It'd be very strange to just leave you out there when I take the cake at the very least.
What they say, cake is best when ate with someone you care about.
Yes, that is always important. Good company at all. Makes it all the sweeter.
And he'll kind of like place it, and yeah, he just kind of like cuts the cake into slices. So
How did the meeting go? Did you get a chance to show off the poster to my lady? I assume she had some opinions.
mixed reactions. It's fine.
Hmm.
As they say about me, I am an acquired taste.
Oh, well, all people are in their own ways are acquired tastes.
Well, I feel like I am I'm happy. You know, really happy.
Oh, well, that's good. I sure. Is there something for a reason to not be happy? Has something happened?
No. That's why I said like things are just going wonderful.
Oh, God. I'm gonna try to insight roll him, guys. I'm gonna try again.
By Fred.
Yes,
By
let-
6 Fred.
I-
By 6 Fred.
I have 5 thread to spend, so
Act 2.
if you want, you can
It's
buy
the
a
end of the
thread. I'll spend thread. That's up to you.
Does Fred
I
carry over?
do have a focus,
No.
so I don't know if that's gonna help me anyway. Like learning means I'm doing challenge. Learning means nothing without experience. And I'm gonna use, since it's near the end of the session, I'm gonna use my determination. And I will buy 1 thread, Grunt, if that's alright.
You okay?
I believe.
God damn it.
That's that sucks. But hey, I spent 3 threads, so that means you do gain 1 XP, everyone.
Yay.
Listen, W. Let me take the
Um,
W.
I'm actually gonna have to spend
are you
this now.
gonna
Damn.
spend? Are you gonna buy a thread to avoid the complication, or just gonna leave the complication there?
Do it. You
I
spent the
think
thread
I,
already.
I think I need to because I don't want to fuck up this thing with Peter, mostly because of the fact that like Rian just is already pet swat enough as it is. So yes, I will buy another threat to avoid making things worse.
So what exactly are you trying to incite him on?
Well, he seems to be down. At least that's what he's saying. One thing, but from what it feels like is that something has happened, and she's trying to figure out what's going on.
He is happy about how things. He is genuinely happy with how things are going here, but seems to be something maybe on his mind other than what seems to be his job mostly.
Well, it seems you may be in a bit of a tangle right now. Do you need some help unraveling it? I can always be a good soundboard.
Yo.
Would you be able to help me? Would you? This is the sort of help that. Well, you know what they say. Problems of the heart take a different sort of approach.
Well, apparently with my talks with Lady Naira, I am a bit unawares when it comes to certain things, but I think I can do my best, right?
There's being unaware, and then there's just closing your eyes and just pretending things are not there.
That is definitely the case for some, I assume.
Are you willing to take a leap of faith with me?
Well, hopefully not out the balcony, but why not? You haven't led me astray so far.
Then say this. Tomorrow night, you and me. Just a date on the boat.
I think Rianne blinks and like tries to stop herself from smiling for a second, as that was her first reaction, and she's like, "Well, I see. Why not? I think it would be yes. I think that would be nice."
And well, I can promise you this. I will make an effort for you, man, and I will drop, well, the pretenses, the lies, the games, the everything. I'll just get to meet the real me, I suppose. And I hope to meet well, I think I have an inkling about the real you, but it's much more pleasant when the other person drops their walls and voluntarily.
Grunt, the committee has demanded I want to incite Peter if I can.
Sure, it's
again.
not like I have a bajillion threat to spend it. You can gain XP.
I do it.
Are you gonna buy threat?
I'll buy one more threat if that's all right, Grunt.
Okay.
I don't know if I just continue the vacuum though.
Buy one threat, yeah. This maybe you got a critical for your focus. You have like a focus for this, haven't you?
Yeah, well, I have no, I don't. I have a trait that's observing people, but that's really it. Okay. Ah, maybe.
Now, what are you inciting exactly?
God damn it. I believe we're inside to see if Peter is like, hey, are we really gonna do like go on this thing? Is it nefarious? Is it simply just gonna have a chance to really talk with each other? Because like I said, Rianne doesn't really understand
Yes.
Peter, so she's trying to get a grasp.
It does seem to be genuinely serious about this, although it can't be sure.
Very well then. I will try to be truthful. I don't think I've been doing any pretenses, but then again, we hide things even from ourselves, right?
That's fine. I promise, unlike other of your conquests, I won't jump into the lake.
I have other conquest. Ah, don't you bring that up.
Chuckles. Just saying. You never force-fed me wine.
Well, if you be a good boy, then I'll force feed you wine. How about that?
That's a statement of. We'll see where the night takes us.
God damn it! Oh, darn it!
As he'll just kind of like stand up and says, "Hello, lovely night, my lady."
Of course, Peter. Be careful on your way out.
I'm never careful, and he'll just. Actually, he'll like just jump. You'd never even see him like grab the rope.
Do a pirouette in the air.
Did he make a grunt? Did he slap on the floor? I don't get to go check.
He dies. That's how the ship
Um,
sinks. He just dies. He fails.
You hear a splat.
Breaks his neck. Damn. No,
Gotta
he's
call-
gone. You don't even see him. The rope has been untied as he was jumping. Which is yeah.
Listen, face dance have good reflexes.
Fuck.
I'm sorry, guys. I love this guy.
Listen, there are row face that. Listen, this is a good guy. Listen, I believe again. All the people I liked immediately were good. Marshall was a good guy.
Has the
And,
recording
yeah.
stopped?